my friends, how's everyone doing? Welcome to my channel. This is Sheree. I'm here today to work on using up some scraps, and the little project that I had in mind for using up some of my scraps right now, because they're kind of building and I like to, keep them under control. This is all of my scraps right here in this one little, I keep them in this little wooden box. It used to be a Campbell's soup gift box. One year, you know how they at Walmart or wherever have the gift sets. There was a gift set of Campbell's soup goodies in here, and I ended up with two because one was for me and one was for someone else, and they didn't want their box, so I have two of these boxes. Anyway, they're really neat little boxes, but this is where I keep all of my scraps. So when this starts to get a little full, I get a little like, oh, I need to use some scraps. So one project that I've been doing lately is decorating these little half composition book notebooks. And I made about, I bought these. If you hadn't seen them before, you probably have. But if you haven't, I don't know if they still have them at Walmart or anywhere else. But I bought them during back to school last summer at Walmart, and it was such a good deal. It was, you get 10, and it was like $4.98. So, I mean, that to me was a great deal. And I decorated the other, I guess it was 7 now. I have only 3 left, and used them for gifts at Christmas. I decorated them. I didn't decorate them Christmassy. I decorated them, just generically with scraps. And so that the person that I gave them to didn't feel like they had to use it for during Christmas or, anything like that. They could use it all year round. So since I have 3 left, I don't have anyone in mind right now that I need to make a gift for, but if I go ahead and decorate one, then I'll have it ready. I did think about doing one for someone recently, and if I would have had one ready, I probably would have given it to them, but I didn't have time. It was somebody that went on our cruise with us, and I would have probably given them one, but like I said, I didn't have it ready, and I didn't have time to get one ready. So now I'm going to get this one ready. I'll have at least one ready, and then I'll eventually decorate the other 2. But I'm going to start out looking for my scraps, and what I like to do is just, I usually use the pretty cardstock pieces. So I have all the papery pieces on top right now because I just did a video. That's a cardstock. But I just did a video where I made a little notebook using all the little papery type pieces, and I don't want those today. So I'm going to kind of just take those out of here and get those out of the way so I can see what I have. So you can see I have some real pretty pieces in here. So let's see what I have. So I have a couple of, I have picked out one possible center kind of focal point for the front. I like to use these big drawing cards for, say, a focal point on the front. So I was looking through my scrapbook paper, collection kits that I've opened and that I've used part of. And I was looking for a horizontal focal point, and you can see these have all vertical except for one right here. So I could use that. Maybe I'll go ahead and cut that out so I don't have to have this whole thing sitting here. I'll just cut that out real quick. And then and I don't know if I'll end up using this. I have another one. I'll show you the other one too. I hope I'm cutting this straight. You would think I could cut it straight, right? I'm cutting right on this line, but I think I just cut that a little crooked. But I have my paper cutter here, so I can grab that and straighten out the lines. But cutting these out will help me decide on what papers I want to cover the notebook with. I'm kind of, this has a really pretty little sunflower strip right here I want to keep, so I'm going to try not to cut through that. I can use that in my strips that I sew together. My voice is still not back to normal, but it's only been a couple of days, so, I know it'll take a couple more days for it to get back to normal. But I'm glad I have a voice, because a couple of days ago I didn't have a voice. I think it might be going around because I actually haven't been around my granddaughter in like 3 weeks because she was sick. So we couldn't go get together, and then we went out of town, and now she's sick again, and she doesn't get really sick that much. She's hardly ever been sick since she's been born, but just this last few weeks she's gotten sick a couple times. Anyway, like I said, I haven't been around her, and my son texted me and said, we can't get together this weekend because she's sick and she lost her voice. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have the same thing. So it must be going around. It's so funny, right? So at least she didn't get it from me. I can tell you that because I haven't been around her. Okay, so I got that little piece from, I think I got it from this one. And then there was another one, well, let me see which one it was in. So these are the collection kit, couple of the collection kits I was looking through. And let me find the opening. And so I've used parts of these. So sometimes I will, when I have pieces left like this, I will take some and just decorate one of these. I did that. Well, I only did that once. Usually I use scraps, but once I used one that, let's see, let's look at this piece here. Yeah, I think that that one I just cut out was from this one, and this is like Eastery bunnies and stuff. So let's put that back over there because I have this one. I think is from that. Together is our favorite place to be. And then this one here, I thought one of these might be cute. They're all kind of like little squares. So that would be a cute little focal point, on here. One of these. I'll just keep this whole thing out for the moment and put this out of the way. So now I can look at those and decide what scraps I want to use. Something that goes along with some of those colors there, if possible. So here's our notebook, and I will take strips and pieces and just kind of piece it together. It doesn't have to be one whole piece. So I'm seeing, as you can see, this one's kind of peachy, and in this set here there's all kinds of colors. So like say I want to use this sunflower one, there's yellows and greens and reds. Or this one here, we've got yellows again, and green, and here's a more floral one. And so, yeah, let's see. So let's just start pulling out. Like here's a nice big piece I could use, these cherries. But then you can see how it doesn't cover the whole thing, but that's okay. I can take another strip and put it over here of something else, like say, here's a piece of red cardstock. Maybe I want to put a little piece of that over there to cover that. And then put this here. So let's just see. Here's a piece of red. Let's see what else we have in here. There's a piece of green. That could also go with this. We've got the green leaves, and that could go together. Alright, so we have a few pieces, another green. Green and white gingham. Okay, let's start with that, because I think that's a good start. I like these cherries, and I think that if I wanted to put something with the cherries, I might use this one here with the red background, but we'll see. We'll see how that looks. I might have to go hunt for another one if I don't like any of those, right? But I do like these cherries, and I'm not going to worry about the back right now. I'll deal with that when I get to it. So what I do is just take, let me see which glue I want to use. I use my Fabri-Tac. I just have one that I'm trying to use up, but I won't put you through that misery right now trying to get glue out of that one. We'll just use this one here that has plenty of glue in it. So I do need to deal with my cold once in a while. It's kind of like a cold, but not. It's kind of like a cold in my throat, but my nose is definitely involved. And a little bit of stuffy nose too, on top of the losing my voice. Is this coming out? Yeah, it's starting to come out. I have used this. Have I used this one since I've been back? I'm not sure. I've been using the other one that I'm trying to use up since I've been back for my trip. Might have to. It's starting out. I don't want to poke anything up in there and get glue all over if I don't have to, but I might have to. Let's see. Okay. Now let's see how it works. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. So I hope everyone's doing well, that you're having, like I said yesterday in my video, I hope you're having some warmer weather, and not necessarily warm weather, but warmer than it was the last couple weeks, where it was when it was so cold for everyone, I think, just about, unless you live in South Florida or, Hawaii or something. Or in Australia, I guess it's warm right now. But yeah, so it's today we're having, I think, the high of 48, which isn't bad compared to what it was a couple weeks ago, right? When it was like 25 for a high. Yeah, I think we've been spoiled the last couple of years where we didn't have we had very mild winters. It didn't snow and it got cold, but not 25 degrees. And so now we've been spoiled for a couple of years, and now we're all like shocked that we have to deal with cold weather again. But it is what it is. Okay. So now I've got that piece on here. I'm going to go ahead and cut around here so we can get the extra off. So let's turn it over where I can see. And let me see, is that right up to the, let me see if I can move this while I can still move it. It wasn't right up to the edge there. Okay. Right up to the edge. Yeah, still move. I was still able to move it a little bit. I think it's pretty much on the edge. Okay. All right, so now I can open this, and then we can see where we're going to cut. So now I can just cut right around my corners, and on this part right here, this long straightaway here. I don't want to cut into my cover, so I'm being careful not to cut into my cover, And then we have this other corner here. This side I lined up with the top, so I don't have to cut up there, but I do have to cut this corner right here. All right. So far, so good. We have a little strip of cherries if we need it. And then over here, I think I'm going to probably leave this black part. Sometimes I'll come back and put a little piece of fabric over there. It just depends on what it looks like at the end, I think, on whether I do that. I didn't pick out a piece of fabric for it. I just figured I would leave that black part this time. Usually, I think I've always covered it before. I'm trying to remember actually, but okay, so it's too short that way, so I have to cut it this way if I'm going to use this. And that does go really well with this. And I mean, this one is a little brighter. And I think I want to use this one, actually. It's just like exactly the same color as that right there, but I only need a little strip. But I probably can't cut it straight, so I need to get my big paper cutter over here. Let's see, where is my paper cutter? Oh, I put it away. Oh my goodness. Well, since I put it away, let me get my little paper cutter. This little one that I never use because I'm always using the big ones. But this one I got at a thrift store. So I only need really only 1/4 of an inch. So I'm just going to cut a little piece here. actually, let me see if this, yeah, it looks like a pretty straight edge there. I think I can just cut a little like 1/4 inch piece. And yeah, I saw this at a thrift store and I was like, oh, that's perfect. When I need a little, I just need a little paper cutter. I don't have to have the big one out all the time. Or if I need to take it, you know, on a trip or something, and I don't want to take the big one, I can take that little one. So I'm going to put this right here. Let's go ahead, put a little glue here, and then we'll cut off the extra, just like the big piece. You can cut it off before, but then there's a chance that, you know, if you're wrong, that it will be too short, right? So that's why I do it after, just to make sure I don't make it too short. And I just am butting it right against the other paper. I'm not overlapping. So we covered up that extra little bit there with still scraps. Just using scraps, combining 2 pieces to cover up the front, and now we're going to do the back. So let's see what we have. We have this cherry piece, which we have cherries on the front, so why not use another cherry piece? And we have this strip, which I don't know if we'll use that. We have this piece. If we put some of this and some of that. And then that red piece could go over here, or we can line this up here and put this over here, like this. And, you know, it's kind of scrappy, but I like the look, especially, well, I was going to say especially on the back, but it could be, you know, scrappy pieces like that put together on the front too. So I'm going to glue this one right. I'm going to glue this one down, I think on this bottom corner here. So let's put some glue. Actually, let me put some glue on here so I don't put it in the wrong space, you know, space or spots. And I'm going to be careful in this corner because I have a rounded corner there. I don't necessarily want glue out to that edge. But all the other edges need glue. Alright. So something like that. Oh, is that the right edge? Oh, I put it, okay, I do need it on this edge, but not this edge. Let me wipe that edge off a little bit. Have the wrong edge there. Okay. Oh, I do have to be careful which way I want my cherries. On the fronts I have like this. This is the front. So the cherries are like facing down. And that's the way they should be facing, right? So yeah, let me see if that, yeah, okay, we don't have any glue in that corner. We're good to go. So I'm going to line this up with the edges. This front edge. And the bottom edge. All right, glue that down. And then we'll cut off our extra little corner here. Oh, you know what? I don't have my extra light on. I just was realizing it was kind of shady in here. Hold on. There we go. That's probably a little better. I was just ready to craft. I had, it's the weekend, and I had done some crafting off video. And then I did a video, and then I went and got some work done, and then came back in here and forgot to turn all my lights on. Okay, so now we're going to do another green piece here. And so we're going to put a piece here, and it looks like I need to cut like, well, I'll go ahead and glue it down like I have been doing, and then we'll cut. So I don't make sure it's big enough. So this time I'm going to put glue on here because I know where I want it. And I just placed it there, and I can see it just short of where the cherries, and this paper is just a little short of the cherry paper. So we'll put this down, and then we'll cut that off. Okay, And just be careful with your glue, because if you get it over the edge, you can glue your cover to your paper, your inside paper here. So I would say be careful that your glue doesn't go over the edge. Okay, so now we're going to take this and cut this off. This is really an easy project, but it does take a little time, as you can see. This is real time, so it takes a little time, but it's a fun, a simple project, and you get to, have a cute gift for someone, or for yourself if you're making yourself a little notebook. Or now we could put this here, but I think I want to go for more of a scrappy look and then use some red here. I think that would be pretty. So this time I think I will need to cut off a piece. So let me get my pencil and make a little mark here. But yeah, for yourself, for a gift, these are really cute, and I think people usually appreciate that you made, that you decorated it, and it's, kind of like handmade, even though you didn't put the notebook together, but you took your time and your imagination to decorate it. So, and there's tons of paper in these little composition books, that these will last someone a long time. Really, depending on how much they write and what they use it for, it probably would last them for a long time. I know it would last me for a good amount of time. All right. So there's my strip I plan on using. Let's see if I cut it right. Yep. See, I'm overlapping just a little bit because this green is a little short of the red cherry paper. So I overlap to make that all one even edge there. So let's put some, and this is red cardstock. You could use paper. I like the cardstock because I don't have to worry about glue showing through or, anything like that. So, or, the paper getting wrinkled with that glue and all that sort of thing. So, here we go, our little red strip. Just putting pieces together. And so the back, you can leave it like this with your scrappy look. Or you could put a focal point back here, a little pocket. I have done that on one. I'll put a little pocket back here. I'm probably going to leave it like this. And okay. Then, okay, I'm going to try not to be all wishy-washy about the piece I pick out to go on top of here, so that I don't cut out everyone and try everyone here. But in reality, I think I'm either going to like this one or this one. So I think I'm going to like this one best, because this is such a busy background. I think this one will go good on top, even though, I like the mixed patterns, but I think this pattern will be not too much for the cherry background. I think this pattern, I might cut it out, and then I might not like it as far as the cherries being too busy behind it. I might feel like I have to have another plain piece, like a plain piece of red or black or something behind it. So I don't want to do that. I just want to put one piece on here. So, get my scissors around there. I don't want to cut that one next to it in the wrong way because it's so pretty. I want to be able to use that later. I'm being slow and careful here. Okay, so this one says, "Happiness is homemade." And you can see it's a square. I see that is going to look nice there. That is going to look really nice. I'm glad I went that way. This one, I didn't go with any peach colors. Well, I could put that there. I'm not going to because it doesn't go with the colors. But I could just slap it down there, and it wouldn't. I think this is a better choice though. But I am going to round the corners. I'm going to round the corners. I think that will look nice. So this is exactly how I made the ones for Christmas, and you probably saw, oh, they're so pretty on the other side. Don't look at that. I hate, you know, that's so hard to, but these are meant to be cut apart. But in case you don't want to cut them apart, they have put a pretty paper on the other side in case you want to use that side, right? Okay. So here we go. We're going to put our little focal point here. And won't that be a pretty gift for someone? But we're not done. We are not done. Okay, there we go. So let's just look at the back one more time and see if I want to put anything back there. I didn't think I was going to, but let me just look at it one more time and make sure. Isn't that pretty? So cute, right? I really think I want to leave it like that. Okay, so now what I do is decorate the inside a little bit, just the inside of the cover here. And so let's see what I have. And this can be, you can have a, you know, kind of like just have some fun here on your inside. Like, let yourself go. So it's the inside. I've got my little paper cutter here. Let yourself go. You kind of want it to coordinate, but if it doesn't, I don't know if it matters. If it doesn't matter to you, then it's fine. If it matters to you, then make it coordinate, right? So I've got 3 scraps here. Let's see. This is the biggest one. Let me see if I have any that are the full length here real quick. I want you to be able to see me picking out. I got a yellow there, but that's not big enough. Let me see if I have any like wider pieces here. Like here's a wider piece, but it's kind of, you know, not very big the other way. This is papery. Here's a pretty pink and flowery one. I like that. Let's take that out. Even though it's not the wide one that I was looking for. Bunch of little pieces. Some photo sleeves are in here for some reason. Here's a drawing card. I could use that for a little pocket or something. Let me take out the drawing cards. Here's another drawing card. Those are fun to use for pockets or something on the inside or the back. Okay, I don't want to do cows in this one, so I'm skipping all the cows. That was from a farm themed kit. Here's a big piece. Let's take that out. I do need to use, here's a good red and kind of almost yellowish piece. Let's see, any other big pieces? Here's a picture that I don't like that I put in here. Trying to figure out what to do with this. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like this lady's falling off of a stage or something and somebody's trying to catch her or something. I don't know. It's kind of a weird picture that, like, why would I put that in a journal? So I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to cover it up or what. But that's why it's in here. Oh, here's a big piece. Kind of plain though, but we'll see. We'll take it out. Oh, here's another big piece. Okay. We got a couple of big pieces there. Here's another wide one. We've got hearts and light blue, pretty light blue. And anything else? This is a big piece, but it's pink and blue. So I don't really want to bring pink and blue into this. Oh, here's a bunch of reds right here. Let's look at these. All right, I think that's enough to choose from. Yes. Okay. Let's see what I picked out now. All of these reds. So we got reds and greens here. Reds and greens on the back. So this is left over from Valentine's, is these reds here. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we have and what we can do. So here's red hearts. Oh, I like this plaid too. Bring in that and maybe some flowers. And then we would need a little strip across the top to, let's see, we've got in the flowers, we've got red, green, yellow. So, but I need a strip to go all the way across. well, I have this solid red piece that would go all the way across, and then I have these, and there is this light blue here, kind of a bluish gray in here, so I could possibly use this side of this paper. So I'm going to put that there as an option and try to work out something with these two on the inside here, plus leave a pocket somewhere. I like this one the best. So this is going to be our major kind of color piece here, and I'm going to keep this as a whole. Let's glue this one down first right here. I think let me think about this for a second, because I want to make a pocket here. So I could put a pocket like right here. Yep, I think that's what I'll do. So so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down here, just here and here, and here, I think, 3 sides. Let's try that. So you can I've made all different kind of pockets on the inside, and you can make them according to what you have, you know, what your scrap sizes are, what you have to use as pockets, anything like that. I just have fun with it, you know what I mean? One time I had a kind of a swirly pocket thing left from a cookbook page, and I used that as a pocket. I just went with the swirl and had it like a swirly pocket in here. Really cute and really unique, you know, really cool. So just kind of use your imagination with whatever scraps you have. Okay, so we glued this down on 3 sides. We'll have a pocket right here. Trying to get this even with the edge again. Front edge and the bottom edge. And then we'll cut off our corner. So this is open. And we'll cut off this corner. I'll put my scissors over here. Right here, we got a little corner to cut off. Okay. Let's see how she looks. Okay, and then we're going to put this piece, trying to get the glue off my finger, or a piece of glued paper off my finger there, into the trash. Okay, so then we're going to glue this right here. And one thing I noticed, when I was doing this, when I did the other ones, I tried to just tuck my paper right up into there, but when I folded it, it seemed to be, I mean, it was okay, and I made it work, and I made it glue down, but it was a little bit of like, this wants to curl up when you tuck it right into there. So a better way might be to not tuck it up into there and just leave a little white, you know, piece there on your cover, just because it's better. I think it would be better not to have that curl and have to worry about, I made it glue down, but it wasn't easy. I kept having to add glue there and make sure that curl piece that was wanting to curl up and kind of like come loose, I made sure it was glued down, but it would be easier if I just left a little white there and let my paper start, if you can see it, out a little bit, you know, instead of tucking it right up against that paper. So that's what I'm going to do. I know that was a long explanation, but just want to make sure I was clear about why I'm doing it, and it's from experience. So, but if you want to tuck it up into there, you know, go for it, because I did make it work. You can get it glued down, but it's just harder. It's a little hard to get it glued down. So I need to glue this down and make sure I don't cover up my pocket. So that's what we're going to do right now. And don't block my pocket or cover up my pocket here. You need to be able to get stuff in there. If it didn't work, like say I do this and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be able to get anything in there, I can always put something on top of here and have my pocket that way, which, you know, we could end up doing. We'll see. Because I have those journal cards here and other papers that we can use for a pocket. Oh, so see, it's too wide. A little bit too wide. So let me cut off another little bit. Another little strip here. And see if we can keep this pocket, or do I need to just abandon this pocket and still too wide? I need it to be, yeah, I need to cut off about another 1/8 of an inch, maybe. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Now let me see. Kind of let me just experiment here for a second. So this is going to be glued down there. Am I going to be able to get anything in here? Yeah. So there's something in there. So I could have a pocket there, and I could have another pocket out here. That's what I mean by just kind of experimenting, having fun with it. Just see what you can do with what you have. Okay, so we're putting this little piece here right up against this piece and leaving a little white there in between this and the first page. Okay, that will work. I mean, you don't even have to put a strip up here. Like, if you don't want to, you don't have to get that technical. Like, it's not a big deal if you leave that white up there. I like to cover the whole thing. That's why I want to cover that. So we're going to cover it with a little red piece. So I'm just going to put glue all along here where I want that red piece. And then put this on, put the red piece on. Line it up with all my edges. And it doesn't have to be like exactly perfect. If you have a little something like is not lined up correctly, I wouldn't worry about it. Just do it, you know, do the best you can on it and leave it at that. Probably no one will even notice if you think something's wrong and it's not like, you know, if you're a perfectionist and it's not perfect, no one else is probably even going to notice whatever you're noticing, you know what I mean? So, all right, there's our red piece covering up that little white strip. Now, I have a pocket here, and later, like right now, I'm not going to be putting anything in here right during this video, but I will find something after the video and put it in here and have it ready to go. But right now, I'm going to put a little pocket here too. I kind of just decided that. Time for a drink. So I have a fun journal project coming up. Stay tuned for that. Let me find a journal card here. Let me look through. Here's all my papers. I want a smaller journaling card. I pulled a couple out here. Let's see if they match. First of all, we have to find them, right? Where did they go? Oh, here they are. All right, I found one. Got this one. And these two. Yeah, we pulled those out. Those were left from a project that I left out because I was like, this is all I have left of this project and I want to use these up, so I put them in my scraps. So we've got a little one with hello and sunglasses on. That's super cute. This one could be a beautiful pocket. Flowers on flowers, though. And it can't go over here because I don't want to block this pocket, so it needs to go over here. So far, actually, I was thinking, when I first picked them up, I was thinking this one. But now I'm thinking this one now. I placed it down there. And then this one says delightful. And that would that would also be a cute pocket. Let's see which one. Oh, I think I like this one best. I bet you do too. So we're going to go with this. We're going to make this also a pocket. So here, glue, glue, glue. And we'll have ourselves another little pocket. So we have two pockets on the inside cover. 2 cute pockets, and I'll put something in them so that like whenever I give it to someone, they'll know that there's a pocket there, and they'll know that this is a pocket. And then they'll have this little space to right here to write on. So that's fun. And then you can add stickers and stuff if you want to, or whatever, ephemera. So, did I bring ephemera in here? I have some in those collection kits though that I just showed you. Okay, so there's the front, inside front. Super cute. Just make sure everything's upright. Don't do it upside down. And look, so now the back. Now this we left, and usually I put a pocket in the back too. I think if you want to really be, depending on who you're giving it to. Now, I give these kind of things to people that don't really do junk journals. People that I want to share my paper crafting with, my handmade type paper things. But that if I gave them a junk journal, they wouldn't know what to do with it. So I give them something like this. So hopefully they'll use it, right? So if you really admit to yourself that they might use these 2 pockets, but if you put another pocket in the back, they're probably not going to use it. They are probably not going to use it. So, save yourself a little bit of time and whatever, and don't put a pocket back there if you don't think they're going to use it. But if you're giving it to somebody, of course, that you think will use it, then go ahead and put a pocket back there. But this time, I'm going to admit to myself that if I give this to a person, that I'll be lucky if they even write in here, and they probably won't use the pockets. And I'm not going to put a pocket back here. I'll be lucky if they use that those front 2 pockets, right? They'll probably just put something in there and leave it, or leave what I put in there, and that will be it. I'm leaving a little space here again. I really like that, than having to deal with that little curly piece. So yes, I did learn that after making 7 of these. Like, why didn't I learn it sooner? I don't know. I didn't want it. I wanted it to be perfect, and I wanted it to be right up against there. That's why. So I'm just kind of just going with it here. As you can see, I am not thinking too much right now. I just want to get this done. So let's do it. These pieces all go together. I love those flowers. And this is like pink confetti or sprinkles here. Pink and red and white confetti or sprinkles. Super fun. I'm not thinking, I'm just grabbing and gluing. Because I know this video is getting too long. But I hope y'all are crafting along with me. And getting some ideas. And being inspired. And just having fun. Bringing me along with whatever you're doing. Okay, just trying to get this even with the bottom here. And then we'll cut this off, and we'll find a piece. We still have a long red piece here by some miracle. We might put that on the top. So again, I want to reiterate that it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best, and you really, I don't think you can mess this up, you know what I mean? I don't think you can mess this up unless you do it upside down. Like, do your front cover and then go inside and do upside down. Then you can recover it. Just recover it if you do it upside down. Because that's always a worry. Like, oh, did I do it right? Yes, it's right side up. Thank goodness. Double check your, your directions. That's all I can say about that. Okay, so will this fit all the way across? Oh my goodness, it will. So let's do it. 3 pieces. I've used up several scraps here, and I've got 3 more notebooks to do. So I will do another one with you at some point, probably, if you don't mind. I kind of love making these. I think it's so fun and such a fun way to like just put your scraps together. Like, I didn't have a plan. I want to overlap this a little bit, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the top of this scrap of paper right here. But yeah, you don't have to go in with a plan. Just get your scraps, get your notebook you want to cover up. I mean, you can do the same thing with any size notebook. It doesn't have to be these composition books. It can be the little, I've covered the little notebooks from Walmart. that they have for $1 each. I've covered those. I've never actually done a mini composition book, the little ones you get from Dollar Tree or Walmart. I never actually covered one of those, I don't think. I should do some of those. Maybe we'll do that next. That's a good idea. I like that. Because I've never actually done one. I've gotten them in Happy Mail. And I've just never decorated one, you know. But why not use some of our smaller scraps and decorate those little mini composition books. I have some here. I've just never taken the time to get them out and decorate them. But I have them ready to go, so why not? Let's do that next, not next video, but soon. Let's do that soon. Plan on it, coming up. So it's done. The only other thing I do besides put a couple of maybe journaling cards or whatever in here in the pockets is for the ones I gave as gifts, I just put a little sticker on the front page right here, or 2 little stickers or something. So let me grab my packages here. And let's see, this one, I'm trying to see which one I want to grab. I'm not sure because I don't know what colors, kinds of stickers they have, but I know there's stickers in here. So let's find the stickers real quick. Is this the stickers? So these are, yeah, there's some flowers and things in here, so that'll go. Guess I haven't used any of these stickers yet. Weird. But here's all the stickers in this collection kit. There's even a little dog in here. This is some kind of a farm. I don't have the name in front of this. I've used part of it, but I don't know why. I'm going to have these stickers in here that haven't been used, but let's see. We've got all kinds of cherries and flowers. Let's get something from here. I usually put a small sticker. So there's several sunflowers on here. So cute, right? Let's grab a sunflower. And it's pretty. I don't think I'm going to add glue because I think it'll glue down or go down on here. Now, isn't that cute? And that can be it. I think that's good. Just one little sticker like that. You can put more if you want, but I'm going to leave it at that one. And I'm going to call it done. So let me take a drink real quick. I hope you enjoyed. Let's look at it one more time. So fun. Happiness is homemade. Open up. Got a fun inside cover. 2 pockets, one here and one here. Little sunflower decoration and a pretty inside back cover with lots of pretty colors and lots of pretty colors on the back and back. And it all kind of goes together, you know, reds and greens and things. So, and you used up quite a few scraps and you have something pretty that you can give someone. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.